everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Corin, also known as the Kitten Choreographer, and I'm a teen with a passion for animal rescue and, in particular, kitten rescue. So you may have noticed I'm in a bit of a different spot than usual. I am experimenting with a bit of a new background. I'm in the same room, I'm just on the other side of it. It is definitely not complete. I am figuring out what I want to do with it, so let me know if you have any suggestions. So for today's video, I am going to be talking about why some mama cats do not feed their kittens. So if you're into fostering kittens and fostering cats, you may have heard a lot from others and from me that fostering mama cats with babies is a lot easier than fostering bottle babies. And I do stand by that statement, but I do kind of think of it as fostering mama cats with babies is often easier than fostering bottle babies. If you have a good mama cat that takes care of her babies well, you don't really have that much to do. You only have to check on the kittens and make sure they're doing well. And the mama cat will feed them, she'll clean them, she'll help them use the bathroom, and then she's just there doing a great job. However, some mama cats don't actually do their job well. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing some reasons why some mama cats don't do their job well. So if you didn't know, not all mama cats are amazing. Not all of them take great care of their kittens and are with them and do a good job. A lot of mama cats actually don't do their job well. And there's not one set reason I can tell you why mama cats don't take care of their kittens, but there is a little bit of a list that could be the reason or a reason. So I'm just going to be sharing those, and yes, let's get right into the video. So, I have my little notebook here, so if you see me kind of looking down, I'm just looking at the notes that I've written, so I don't forget to say anything that I intended to say. So like I said, moms with babies are often easier, but not always. And if they're not easier, it's because the mama cat isn't doing a good job, and she's not taking care of her babies well. And one thing I do want to say is I'm never mad at a mama cat if she doesn't take care of her babies, because she never wanted babies. That's one thing we always need to think about with cats, is none of them ever want babies. A lot of the time with humans, a human parent will want their baby. They will, be excited for their baby and they will be ready to bring it into the world. But with a mama cat, they don't think the way humans do, They don't have the same comprehension of that their actions have consequences. Their body tells them, oh, I want this, I want to do this with a male cat, and then they do it. And then they end up pregnant and with babies. And they can't understand that their action will have a consequence of having babies. They don't have that comprehension skill because they're cats, and they're just not as smart as humans. So there's no oh, you should have known better, because cats just can't know better. And even once they have their babies, all their skills of them knowing how to take care of their babies is instinct. They don't have parenting classes, they don't have other cats telling them just exactly how they should act and treat their babies. They just kind of know from instinct. And yeah, with all these cats going just off of instinct and not even wanting babies, there's bound to be some that aren't the best moms. And so yes, it would be better and a lot easier for us if they were good moms, but it's not their decision to bring babies into the world, and they weren't even really taught how to parent these babies. And so I never get mad at them, and I don't think you should be mad at your mama cats either, because it's really something that they can't control, and that is why I'm so adamant about spay and neuter. If I was out here telling human people that they needed to get sterilized and they wanted to have babies, yes, I would be a bad person, but no cat wants to be a mom. It's just what nature brings them, and mama cats don't have the same relationship that humans have with their babies. They have a very different relationship. And so now that I've gone through that little disclosure, let's go ahead and talk about why some mama cats don't take care of their babies. And Tweety. Hi, Tweety. What are you doing? Are you messing with my new setup? I did put this up here to be a bed for kittens so that they could sleep in my background, but she doesn't seem to be in a sleepy mood. She seems to be in an exploring mood. But anyways, let's get into the video. So one of the first reasons a mama cat might not take care of their babies is because they're young and they're new moms. One thing that we actually get a lot in rescue is cats that we kind of call teen moms, because they're not even fully grown cats yet. I had a very recent mama cat that was only estimated to be 10 months old. That is not even full grown yet. She is still a kitten. And cats can actually get pregnant from 4 months of age, which is scarily young. That is so young, and they just, can't be a good mom at that age, at least for most cats. So they're so young, they're still a kitten themselves, and so they obviously don't want to take care of kittens. And they're also new, if they're super young, and so they often don't have the instincts to want to take care of their babies or to know how to take care of their babies. So it's really hard sometimes for them to take care of them. And birth is hard on all cats, but it is especially hard on these young moms because while they have the ability to get pregnant and give birth, it hurts a lot more for them. And so they're hurting after they give birth, they might not want to take care of their babies because they're hurting, and they also just don't really know how to a lot of the time because they're so young. And so I do say that cats that mother kittens do have some instincts that teach them how to take care of their kittens, but I think the young moms actually have less instinct than older, more experienced moms that have maybe had a few litters already. So young moms and new moms often just don't do the best job parenting because they're young and inexperienced and just don't know what to do. The next reason that a mama cat might not take good care of her babies, or a baby or two babies out of the litter, is if she predicts that they will pass away. She could predict this from them being sick or from them being disabled, and you know, cats live on a very survival of the fittest mentality. Even if they've been brought into a rescue and are having their babies in a rescue, they come from the streets and they just have the instincts of wild animals. You know, if they're out in the wild, they don't have extra time to devote special care to one baby that might be sick or disabled. They just have to work with what they have. You know, they don't want to spend extra time and energy taking care of a baby that they don't think will survive, no matter how sad that is. You know, they have to think about what's best for themselves and their other babies, at least in their mind, that's what they think they need to do. And so often a mom will reject a baby or some babies that she thinks will pass away. And that is very sad, but it's what happens with cats a lot of the time. And one thing I do want to say is that just because a mama cat rejects her babies because she thinks it won't survive doesn't mean that it won't survive. The great thing about having a cat and her kittens in a rescue is that the humans taking care of the cat and her kittens know more than an actual cat would taking care of her kittens. We have access to more medication and knowledge than a mama cat would with her babies. You know, out in the wild, a mama cat's not gonna have medicine. She's not gonna have anything. She's just gonna think, wow, this cat's not gonna survive. I'm just gonna leave it here because I don't have time to take care of it. But humans don't think that way, and that is great because we can devote a little bit of extra time to a baby that a mom rejects and get it some medicine, get it some whatever it needs if it's disabled. And one thing is, if a cat was sick and the mom didn't think it would survive, if a human actually gets it better, then I've heard of the mama cat actually re-accepting that cat after it can sense that it will survive. You know, I've heard of like mom instincts in humans, and cats kind of also have that too. Although they make different decisions with the information they're given through their instincts than a human would. A human mom might get instincts and then rush to save their baby, but a mama cat might get instincts and then say, hey, it's best for me to just leave this kitten. And yeah, that's a sad part, but fortunately a lot of the time if a cat and her kittens are in a rescue, the rescue can help the kitten or kittens that she rejects and get them the help they need, and then they can grow up and live happy lives. So the next reason a mama cat might abandon her babies is if there are too many kittens in the litter for her to take care of. And this is very individual to each mama cat. A mama cat might think she can take care of 8 kittens, another mama cat might think she can only take care of 3. It's very individual to a mama cat, and that's why it's kind of hard to determine whether or not this was the case. Of course, a lot of the time there's no way to determine which reason on this list that a mama might reject her babies just because we can't read what's in the cat's mind. These are just some potential reasons that you could guess that a mama cat isn't taking care of her babies. But let's say a mama has 7 babies and she's like, no way am I gonna be able to take care of 7 kittens. She might abandon, say, the last kitten she gives birth to, or the last 2 kittens she gives birth to. That would just be for her self-preservation and the preservation of her remaining kittens. So yes, sometimes a mama cat will abandon a couple or a last kitten that was born if she doesn't think she can care for all of them. So all of the ones I have described so far are situations where a mom might actually be able to care for her kittens if she, you know, knew more information, like if she knew how to care for them or she knew that a certain kitten would survive. And of course there's no way to let her know because she's a cat and you can't logically explain things to cats most of the time because they don't understand English. But the last couple are actually things where a mama does not have the ability to care for kittens. So let's talk about one where, say, a mama cat is just not producing enough milk for her kittens. She may seem like she's not caring for them well, but she also might just not be able to care for them all. If she does not have enough milk, not all of them will be fed, and then it may seem like she just doesn't want to care for them, but she might actually want to care for them and just can't because she doesn't have enough milk for them. But the ways you can kind of tell this is happening is if the kittens don't exactly feel full and if they're not gaining weight. If they're not gaining weight, you should try supplementing. Pretty much all of these times, if a mama cat doesn't care for her kittens or can't, you are going to need to step in, like they're orphans, kind of. Yes, there are some situations where you can leave them with the mom, but you are going to need to supplement with formula and stimulate them if the mom can't, and clean them if the mom can't. So if a mom is not producing enough milk, she will not be able to properly care for her babies. The last reason I have written down before we get into a little bit of extra information is that if a mom is not feeling well, she's not going to want to or be able to care for her babies. There are a lot of reasons why she may not be feeling well, but I'm just going to give a couple of examples in this. One very common reason a mama cat will not let her kittens nurse is mastitis, and that is basically inflammation of the breasts, and that basically makes it very painful for her if the kittens try to nurse, and obviously she's not going to let her babies nurse if it hurts super badly. So that is one reason why she might not care for her babies and feed them. And the other example I'm giving is just a very broad example, and that is if she's sick. If she's sick and just feeling very ill, she's not going to want to or be able to care for her babies. So if it's something like a sickness, try and get her well, and then she might be able to care for the babies. But I also know some of the times with mastitis and these infections in their breasts, they do have to be removed from the kittens, and they might not be able to actually be put back with the kittens even if they wanted to be, because the kittens can't nurse because it's very dangerous for the moms. So that would be a situation where you would want to bottle feed the kittens. So another little tidbit of information is that sometimes when a mom is not caring for her kittens, you can leave the kittens with the mom. If the mom's not being aggressive and she's just kind of ignoring them, or if she's caring for them in some aspects and not others, for example, she's cleaning them and pottying them, but she's not feeding them because she doesn't have enough milk, then you could potentially leave the kittens with the mom, because it could be better for them to have the comfort of a mom if the mom is lying with them, or the mom might feel inclined to eventually come and be with the kittens again. However, if the mom is being aggressive toward the kittens, you will need to separate them. There are instances where mama cats do kill their kittens, and that is very sad, and if a mom is being aggressive toward a kitten, that could be an indication that she is about to hurt one of them, and then you would need to remove all the kittens and find them a bottle feeder. And I do get some questions about like how often should a mom leave her kittens, and that is very mama to mama. When I got my first litter of fosters, it was actually a mama cat and her 2 kittens, and the foster coordinator that I was working with at the time kind of gave me a rundown of how some mamas act. You know, she said some mamas stay with their kittens all the time and they never leave them, and some mamas kind of only go back to their kittens when they know they need to be fed. Yeah, and it definitely is different for every mom. They kind of just parent their own way, and so you might have a mom that doesn't stay with her kittens all the time, but as long as you know she is feeding them by the kittens gaining weight and their bellies feeling full, then it can be okay for her to roam around. And it is actually nice for the mama cats to have a bit of area where they aren't always with their kittens, so I do always give my mama cats an area where they can kind of escape from the kittens for a bit of me time. But I fostered multiple mama cats and kittens. Some mama cats stay with their kittens all the time, and some mama cats are like, nope, I'm only dealing with you when I have to and when you need to be fed and taken care of. So yes, it is definitely different, and it is okay if mama cats leave their kittens for extended periods of time, as long as you know that she's feeding them and they are gaining weight. And I feel like a lot of people often, you know, Hawkeye watch their bottle babies a little bit more than they watch their mama cat babies, because they know the bottle babies are being taken care of by you, and the stereotype is often pushed so you don't have to do anything with mama cats and babies because the mamas do all the work. And while a good mama cat will often do a lot of the work, there are some things that you as a foster parent still need to do. You will still need to weigh the babies at least once a day when they're really little to make sure that they are gaining weight and that mama is feeding them. You will need to make sure the babies are alert and active. In my experience, mama cat babies are often much louder and hate you more than bottle babies, because they, you know, you're strange to them, and so they'll squirm, they'll wiggle, they'll scream. Of course, some of them don't do that, but I've had a lot of them, you know, really hate me until they get older, and so you will want to make sure they're active. To make sure mama is taking care of them entirely, you will want to check to see if they are clean. Babies with moms are so soft and fluffy and clean if the mom is doing a good job taking care of them and licking them. I always say that mama cats that take good care of their babies do so much better than I, as a bottle feeder, could ever do, because they are a cat, and cats take better care of their cat babies than I take care of cat babies. But you can also kind of like feel to see if their bellies are full. It's really hard for me to describe, actually. You know, you'll want to just make sure they're feeling plump. I don't know. I know how to tell the difference because I felt hungry kittens and healthy kittens. So honestly, I might try and find someone that has some kittens, and then you feel their bellies before they've eaten and then after they've eaten, so you kind of know and can tell the difference. If you're working with a rescue, that should be pretty easy to find someone that has kittens. So yes, I hope you found this video helpful on why some mama cats do not feed their babies. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to like it and subscribe for more kitten related content. I upload on Sundays and Wednesdays if I can, and if I can't, then I upload whenever I want to. Also, please make sure to leave any thoughts or questions down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching again, and goodbye!